Hey everyone, this is Daphne. Welcome back to Danganronpa. We're investigating Sakura Byakuya made me take my shoes off. I think I'm still in there with him. Let's see, all the containers are labeled with letter B and a number. I think we went over this, so I can consider this part of the shelving unit, section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. I'm just gonna leave it alone. In which case I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. But what concerns me is that in section A, there was a bottle with a label from section C. So clearly someone snuck a toxic chemical into the dietary supplement shelf with the hopes that she'd grab it. What was a bottle of poison from section C doing in section A? It's obviously there for poisoning reasons. Apparently you two wanted me to go to Chick-fil-A instead, but now we're here. So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me, which I've already forgotten. I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying? Yes, it's when they tell something that isn't true, or otherwise withhold the truth. Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura is dead. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. It's probably the blood stain right next to it? Maybe. Oh, this magazine's upside down. Maybe they just have some sort of weird form of dyslexia. Did someone put it back that way on accident? Or is this like the killer's tell? Like, if something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? It's just a magazine turned upside down. What is there to explore? This is Toko. See, it's like a tell. Like whenever the serial killer kills their victim, they leave behind like a rose or some shit. One of the pages near the center of the magazine is said Toko. Could this be? The top, it's just Kyoko's face. Hey, is that Toko? That says Toko, right? Yes, I can read. Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Because I mean, that 11037 shit, it hasn't been confirmed yet. Yes, it has! It's settled. She's the killer for sure. Then that bitch Genocide Jack was in on it too. They're the same person. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you'd think that, but you're not a cop. Blood. Then the mess is in like all the wrong places. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new, oh yeah, the king is missing. I mentioned that last week. Have you not figured it out, you simpleton? Hey. Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? This isn't just an excuse to break a bottle over my head, is it? Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get all the smaller pieces too. And don't cut your hands. That sounds pretty hard. Are you sure it's okay to mess with a crime scene like that? Are you tampering with evidence, Kyoko? I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. But that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so then. Anyway, you need to get something from the chem lab, but I'm gonna try to gather up all the glass. Are we gonna reconstruct the bottle? And with that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. Ah, there go my lights. I took the broom and dustpan and got squirt. Okay, he didn't use his hands, that's good. And just as I finished up, hello, Makoto. Listen. First, let's compare the weight of the two normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced. mostly.
In other words,
In which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same, save the differences in weight for the chess pieces inside. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Now then, here comes the important part. You haven't cut your hands, right? Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see? The full bottle would be heavier unless you've also put the Monokuma figure on it. The bounce out of the pieces I collected would be lighter. Unless they broke more than one bottle and that's why the king's missing. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there. Like, you know how glass breaks, right? It's never nice and even. Okay, well then, let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible? Perhaps it could be the bag or the knight figure, just as I thought. What?
in other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together,
hey,
and I believe you'll arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. The killer broke 2 bottles. Sakura? According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body. Like, how are her clothes so clean if she was vomiting blood? Just staring off into space isn't gonna help you figure anything out, idiot. Well, yeah, I know, but what am I supposed to be seeing?
hey,
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body and not just look at it from a distance? Do you not know anything about murder investigations? There's no getting around it. Your clothes are way too clean. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Eek. Although there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
it's true.
That's totally normal. For you, I'm different though. And how can you...
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. I no longer have emotions. My emotions anyway. More importantly, look... Oh, it's the powder. Well, I couldn't see that from a distance. Her shoes.
correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep? It's right on the top of her foot. Oh yeah, it really stands out. Like, isn't that the instep? Oh, it's gone. That powder is clue number 1. Nice. Yellow powder has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain.
It would seem,
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow. The killer broke 2 bottles. And there's one more, even more interesting thing.
correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one. Why would there be blood on her hands? So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Nice! Kyoko's examination summary has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body and examining her crunched-in head. Nah, glass is sharp. It wouldn't crunch it in, it would just cut it up, right? I don't think anyone but Kyoko. I didn't even get the chance to finish reading that text box. Jeez. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... Hello! The ultimate martial artist! Hello? A log for a murder mystery, winky face. Shut the fuck up. Well, what the hell is that? I him to stop questioning it. I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. I don't get your face. Now, Aoi, you know it's not nice. How can you act so casual after murdering someone? Look, Aoi, I didn't do anything. I don't think I'm acting casual. I'm being very, very serious. I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? We found the case file, Toko. Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt. One of us is the culprit. Killer, the one that murdered Sakura, is among us. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. Geez, this place needs a better elevator. It felt it lower and lower. Then suddenly, as always, you're on the Tower of Terror. The ride was over, and your pizza rolls are ready. The door is open once again, at in 4, 3, 2, 1. Look at that, we're in ancient Egypt! Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few, you must be so lonely. Why is there a menorah in here? Is that an Egyptian thing too? You say it's not like it's not your fault we're all that's left. Those are the people who killed Sakura. Class trial, all rise. You don't really have a choice because there are no chairs.
I already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
My favorite AT song.
Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
That doesn't really narrow it down a lot. That's like 50% of the class. Have to be the no from Sakura that everyone conveniently ignored.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
You were racist again.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us? No, it's wrong.
And of course, we're countering against him. He lost the no.
The reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, that too.
And that was right before she died. So there's
So
no
like
doubt
pretty
about it.
damning evidence.
One of those
Pocket trash. Yeah, I knew that was Hero's
Sakura
now.
wanted to meet with all 3 of them. There's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, same here. I never saw him. No, it's wrong.
Yeah, because they met in person, and that's when Sakura gave him the no.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was
Nope.
white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
And it's what she wrote the notes on, right?
It's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
So there's only one reason.
Where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
I didn't ask you, Aoi.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hiro said can't be right. Because when Sakura showed up, Hiro got scared and ran away. Sakura could have only gotten the reason I know that is when Sakura did in the nurse's office, Hina gave Sakura candy to calm her down.
I'm sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy until after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Well,
I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. Got a problem with that?
ooh,
Hostility.
Hiro's in trouble in the magazine. But how would he know about that?
Talking about.
I'm talking about her shining message.
In blood that reflects light. What would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
I was there, man. Fuck up. I'm tired of hearing your voice.
Huh?
Mm.
When we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime.
So, like, I want answers.
I believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Perhaps you wrote the message in there to frame Toko. Wait, hold on. I mean, Kyoko found the message with the dying message, and it was on the magazine shelf, upside down. What do you get when you turn Toko upside down?
On the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Or was he just able to guess that there was a message there? I have psychic powers! Boing, 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 boing. Do you have anxiety because of how your mother treated you?
When Ogre's body was discovered.
Bonk.
No, that's wrong.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby.
So, like, how
That's where
did you
Kyoko
find
found
it?
After we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
Oh man, it ended at the best part.
When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it?
Because there's no possible time you could have seen it.
I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Every word you're saying is making it sound less true. Without a doubt. No, I absolutely do doubt it. You're not my dad. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. That's in 3, 2, 1. Wait, what's this? The moment of truth? But the trial just started.
Show me the proof.
Show me the evidence.
30% right.
I can tell if someone is fat or pregnant with 60% accuracy.
The end is nigh. Show me the proof. Show me the proof.
Show me the proof. Show me the proof.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message.
Because there was no blood on her
Because
hands.
if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But
What if she used her tongue?
both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Well, I didn't know that.
Then, who did write it?
It's a good fucking question, Howie.
Written it himself.
Check his hands.
That would explain how
If we
he
can
knew
check
about the
Makoto's
message in the
feet, we
first
can
place.
check Hiro's hands. You never hear about hand fetishes.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I framed
I figured
Toko.
as much.
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked.
What an idiot.
And when I got there,
She was just sitting there. Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple other people to meet as well. I mean, the chance they'll show up isn't 100% because they're assholes. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? Might help give you some energy. Wait, is that the same candy that Owl gave her? I'm sure, thanks.
that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence.
And then I killed her.
Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm gonna end it today. I'm gonna end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then
Double
the
bumps!
only chance.
Looks like.
Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
Cause you assholes nearly framed me for tucking if Booney's murdered.
You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, I'm gonna at this rate.
That's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy.
What?
It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura.
I mean, that's what I'm getting, is it?
You're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
Actually, hold on a
I
second.
think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
Like, actually a lot. Who's ready for this trial to last 3 episodes?
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Because then we wouldn't have been able to find it. And know that you were framing Toko.
The magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh,
Like,
well,
wouldn't it make more sense, like, put it, like, next to Sakura somewhere?
sure, I just left it sitting there on the table.
Toko hit it!
He's lying.
Why do people keep framing me for
I don't
everything?
see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
He's not lying?
That's a first.
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf.
And that's where I'm going to end the video. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to blast that patriarchy, smash that like button, Bomberman that subscribe button, and I will see you next week with another episode of Danganronpa. Goodbye.